So Fresh and So Green titled this the best adrenal cocktail recipe. And normally I would save the best for last, but why not set the bar high? This was the first adrenal cocktail recipe I found on Pinterest. And when I tell you I had to comb through the rest of the Pinterest pins just to find one that wasn't from this website, they have this keyword on lock. So let's take a look at some of these ingredients in the best adrenal cocktail recipe. So taking a look at So Fresh and So Green's recipe, it's meant to taste like an orange creamsicle. So naturally, the first ingredient is half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. I didn't freshly squeeze this, but somebody else did, so point to me for not adding more stress to my day. After reading the notes before the recipe, which, let's be honest, I never do, it looks like for the next ingredient we have a choice. Although something's telling me we should probably use the coconut water.
I used pink Himalayan salt. 1/4 teaspoon was kind of concerning, but we went with it.
Then the last non-optional ingredient was 2 tablespoons of full-fat coconut cream. I bought the light stuff because it was buy one get one free.
It's just hard for me to pass up a deal, guys. I'm sorry. But if you remake this and use the full-fat coconut cream, please tell me how it works out. I think it would be a little chunky.
But overall, it still sounds delicious, right? But does this follow the rules of the traditional adrenal cocktail? In order for something to have proper adrenal support, it needs 4 things. 375 milligrams of potassium, 400 to 600 milligrams of sodium,
200 milligrams of magnesium, and 60 milligrams of whole food vitamin C.
Let's finish this off with some ice. I'm proud that it tastes good.
With just the non-optional ingredients, this recipe totals out to 613 milligrams of potassium, 551 milligrams of sodium, only 57 milligrams of magnesium, and around 66 milligrams of vitamin C. Turning this recipe into one with probably more potassium than necessary and not enough magnesium.
It looks like the Starbucks drink? Yeah. Don't believe everything Pinterest says.
It can definitely be good.
It's a lot of salt, but it's not like to the point where it's like salty.
It's given.
It tastes like an orange Starbucks refresher, a salty orange Starbucks refresher. Is it the best? I guess we'll find out.
Right now, it's number 1.
I did sleep amazingly last night. Today we're trying the cherry limeade cortisol mocktail by Days Inspired. I'm really excited about today's mocktail because it has tart cherry juice, which is completely different from most of the adrenal cocktail recipes I've found. Most of them opt for orange juice because of its level of vitamin C. So we're going to see if that helps it or hurts it. Starting with the tart cherry juice, we have a whole half cup. I'm pretty familiar with tart cherry juice. I used it in my moon milk video where I was rating different moon milk recipes. One of you commented that tart cherry juice alone would put you to sleep. The comment's gone now, but I saw it, I remember it. But that time I had the blend. This time I have the real deal. To that, add a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, some limes, and a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup. I'm gonna have to switch glasses. I'm gonna put it in a wine glass. It is a mocktail after all.
I didn't record adding the salt, but enjoy this really cool lime transition. Woo! Guess how many takes it took me to make that? If you guessed less than 10, you're wrong.
All right, the drink's complete, and now we taste. It's definitely tart. With it being both tart cherry and lime, the tartness kind of gets kicked up a notch. So if you really do like tart cherry juice and just tart drinks in general, you'll love this one. It is making my cheeks pucker a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I think this one has a better balance of salt. So I don't know, I feel like there's still hope for one that's really gonna blow me away. I guess we'll find out. So it's been a couple days since that last cortisol mocktail. The last one I had, when we had that tart cherry mocktail, I was up at 6 a.m. I don't know what happened. I never get up at 6 a.m. And if I do, I probably need a nap afterwards. I don't know if that was the answer, but it answered something. This one is a pineapple margarita inspired cortisol mocktail by PCOS nutritionist Alyssa. So you know she knows her stuff. And she also calls hers the best cortisol mocktail. So you know what that means. I'm going to do this in a different order. I'm going to go monk fruit first. It says a teaspoon. I'm going to go with 2 packs and go from there. I'm going to start with the lime because my hope is that the lime juice will kind of dissolve the monk fruit faster. I saw a trick once that if you like roll your limes out, it makes them juicier. I don't know if it's true, but I've been doing it ever since. This recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I think we learned our lesson with that the last time. I think this time I'm just going to go for like a dash. Something about adrenal cocktails just makes sense when you think about it. Because if you're trying to reduce stress, why not feel like you're like having a cocktail on a beach somewhere? And maybe that's why all the people who live on like islands and stuff are so carefree, because they're always eating fruit and drinking fruit and coconut water. Maybe they might have something there. Overall, the pineapple marg mocktail measured up pretty well, other than having just a little bit too much potassium. And I'm starting to think getting enough magnesium is just a problem as a whole. But at least it looks cute. Thanks for the recipe, Alyssa. I didn't follow it completely, but I got close enough. Low stress means less steps, so I picked the juice mocktail. That one is good. It definitely does taste like number one. I need another sip. If you really want to feel like you're drinking a margarita, that could use a little bit more lime. But on its own, it's great. It tastes like you got a margarita at a restaurant without the tequila like aftertaste. Out of all three, number one would be the pineapple margarita cortisol cocktail. Number two would be the one with orange juice, the best adrenal cocktail recipe. And then number three would be the tart cherry. Now, if you ask me, if you added more coconut milk and less tart cherry juice to that second one, that one would rise up as number two, in my opinion. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like the one I did about moon milk. You can check that out here. And as always, I'm sending love and healing your way. Bye.